and welcome to Nerdworms, where we talk about the books that you suggest and other vlogging. So today is going to be a girls edition book talk. We're going to talk about the book Impulse by Ellen Hopkins. This book follows three main characters named Connor, Tony, and Vanessa. In the beginning, it shows their foreshadowing past and how they all met up in a mental institution. And I give this book a rating of about a 6 out of 10. It was alright, something almost, it was kind of worth reading just to get an experience of it. And yeah, I suggest it for people who don't get depressed too easily. Because if you do, this is not right. You'd get like super depressed and you'd be like, oh my god, this isn't one of those books where they complain about the smallest, simplest of things. They do have their reasons for it, although I was kind of disappointed. Whole book in itself. So that's the end of the non-spoiler section. If you haven't read this book and it sounds like something you kind of are interested in, go ahead and click the stop button, exit out and read it for yourself, and then come back to talk about it. Yeah, so bye! Okay, for those of you who have stayed, you have either read the book or you don't care to read it and you just want to know what happens. Okay, so first of all, Tony is someone who thinks he is gay, and Vanessa is a cutter, while Connor is someone who is just pushed to go, 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 do your best, achieve the impossible, be absolute perfection by his parents. It's almost to the point where they don't care about anything else but his image. He has a twin sister who they keep comparing him to. Like, oh, that's great, but you're not your sister. Vanessa also suffers from bipolar disorder. It got passed down from her mom, and her dad has always gone away. He's a military man, going overseas her whole life, and her mom was just always up and down, sad, seeing this angel. Anyway, and she would like make her daughter sit down and read the Bible hours on end, King James Version, memorize verses. And with Tony, his dad left him at a young age, and his mom went from guy to guy to guy, but were not the best of men. They abused her and her son, but she refused to see it. One of the reasons Tony thought he was gay, he was sexually abused by one of these guys, and he had kind of learned to deal with it, and he thought, oh, well, if I have to learn to deal with it, if people are doing this to me, I must be. But he's not. And the reason they're all at this mental institution is because they all try to kill themselves in one way or another. Connor ends up falling in love with Vanessa or lust, and then he just kind of cools off and he kind of backs away. She falls in love with Tony, who also falls in love with her, which is just a weird concept because they never talk about their feelings out loud. It just happens, and it's just, you're in their minds, but they don't explain their feelings too much. It's just like, oh, we're hanging out. I love her. I love him. They're going through these different levels, and you got level 1, where you're in kind of solitary confinement. Level 2, you get to go to dinner, and you get to go to the movies, but under strict guidelines. Level 3, you get to go on this challenge where you go to hike in the desert, canyons, stuff like that. And in the end, I don't know, these stories unfold at the very end, and like they waited so long, and they're going through this challenge mode, which is supposed to be that clicking point of, okay, I'm healed, I can get out of here, I can start over, be self-sufficient, move on with my life, and it's just an awesome opportunity. But there's still depressed people, and it's like no climax and fall through and resolution like there regularly should be. They all get these letters from their parents. Vanessa is from her dad saying, I'm going to come home. Tony is from his dad saying, oh, I'm going to be part of your life now. And then Connor from both of his parents saying, okay, once you come back, you're going to work on your grades. grades, you have time to catch up, you're going to go back and get your scholarship for football, you're going to have these 4.0, you're still going to be perfect. No, remorse, nothing. Connor is kind of just deprived of love. And they're on this final stage where they're climbing this big hill. And all of them get up there and tell Connor. Connor's the last one. And they're all feeling like really good about themselves. And they're like, this is my life. I have it all ahead of me. I got this. This is exhilarating. I can feel it. It's pure. It's everything. But Connor kind of went off his medication that was prescribed to him. He started getting depressed. He couldn't sleep. And the day of the challenge, he's climbing and he hears his parents' voices. Oh, you're never going to be as good as your sister. And you're never going to amount to anything. And he's trying to defeat that. He's like, no, I got to get to that. I got to get to the top. I got to beat him. But once he finally gets to the top, he felt defeated himself. And he ended up killing himself. I guess that's what bothered me so much about the book is they're not selfless people, they're selfish people. And there is one character who I think I would probably describe myself as, and I don't even know how he worshipped God so much. And something happened, he was praying. Something bad happened, he was praying for that person. Someone asked him for advice, he said, give it to God, man. This is how he has your back. He's got it all for you. And then they didn't pay much attention to him. They just kind of blew him off. But Tony ended up finding out he's not gay. And I was just like, okay, wait a second. Hold on. That's the end of the book? That's it? What? I don't think I would suggest this book to very many people. Have you guys read this book? Does it sound interesting to you? I want to know, who did you feel like you connected to the most? Leave your comments below. Thank you guys again for watching Nerdworms.